Hello, bonjour. My name is Denise Willerton. This is so crazy. I want to welcome you here. I had no sound, so hopefully you can hear me now. So those that had joined me at the beginning, please come back. I would love to hang with you for a little bit. Um, Let me introduce myself. Hello, bonjour. My name is Denise Willerton. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in East St. Paul, Manitoba, Canada. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful start to the long weekend here. We are going camping. So the RV is almost packed. So after this, I got to scoot back upstairs and get some more done. If you are, hey, Regina, welcome. I'm glad you came back. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened, but you know what? About 7 seconds before I went live, my husband called, and I think that just messes up my phone because that's where my sound comes from, is my phone. So thank you for coming back. I really appreciate that. So anyway, when my live is done, I got to scoot upstairs and keep packing because we are going camping for the August long weekend. It is our family reunion this weekend. So I'm from a large family. My mother is the oldest of 11 siblings. So out of those 11 siblings, and it sounds like I'm not being truthful, but I am, I promise you. I think it's either 87 or 92 first cousins. And on my father's side, it's the same thing. So hanging out with my cousins, hanging out with my aunts and uncles this long weekend, and then we are continuing on to do a little road trip. So anyway, without any further ado, let's get to today's card. Don't forget to share. I will enter your name for the draw. If you are watching from YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. That really helps me a lot with the whole algorithm thing, trying to get my viewership up, and I would just really appreciate that. So let's get going. Yay, Regina, you shared, and you're on Facebook. Okay, that's interesting. Usually, I think you're on YouTube, but anyway, that's great. Regina, so far, you are my only name. So let's see what happens. We're going to create a sympathy card today. I don't know if you're like me, for all the creative people out there that do create cards. Let me change my view. There we go. When I need a sympathy card, that's not when I want to create it. So let's go ahead because my little stash is really low. So this is 8.5 by what? By 5.5, and it's scored at 4.25, which is the halfway mark. Let's give that. I just want to make sure my corners right here are nice and tight and square, and then I'm going to give it a burnish. I never burnish until I know that for sure I am really nice and square in my corner. So here we go. So this is going to be a little bit different. Darlene, hello. I have not seen you for ages. I hope you are well. So our card base is scored. And then I took a 4.5 by 5.25, 4 by 5.25, and I ran that through with my Fern 3D embossing folder. Okay. And so this is what it gives me. So I can't remember if I finished my sentence. So this being a sympathy card, it's going to be, well, I don't know if that makes it different, but anyway, it's basically a white sympathy card. So very clean, lots of white space, but lots of embossing and things going on. We're going to adhere that. Yay, Cheryl, welcome back. We're going to adhere this to our card base. I was just telling Regina before you ladies popped in that when my live is done, I'm heading upstairs because I need to keep packing because it is the August long weekend, which means it is my family reunion weekend. So a large family. I think I was telling Regina, it's either 87 or 92. I can't remember which family is which, of first cousins, and I'm not joking. So do the math, right? My mom is from the oldest, a family of 11. My father is the oldest, or not the oldest, he's in the middle of a family of 12 siblings. Cheryl, thank you for sharing. Bad scribbling. Okay, so now we've got that down on our card base. And now I've got, well, I cut 2 just in case this didn't work. I'm going to need that because I'm going to stamp that. And I'm going to need some, what am I going to need? What was I starting to say? I don't know. Oh, I need to cut it with my punch. I'm using my 2 3/8 inch circle punch. See the reflection? The color down on my screen is Mossy Meadow. Okay, so Regina, Cheryl, and Darlene, thank you for sharing. Okay, I went ahead and I die cut these 3 dies. If you girls do not have Spotlight on Nature's dies, you need these. I'm sorry, but you do. They are stunning. I have seen so many amazing cards with this. And yeah, and I'll be featuring this again because you need to see what this all can do. Judy, welcome here. Kathy, welcome here. We'll talk quiet, Kathy, and then they won't see. They won't hear. They won't hear. Judy, thank you for sharing. That helps a ton. And hopefully my viewership is going to go up. Okay, this guy that I cut using the Spotlight on Nature, all of the little pieces came out. This one, it didn't. So let's just poke these guys out because we want all of this goodness showing through. This is so fun. I love working with this, this die set. The bundle is really sweet too. Okay, all of that is cut out. This one is just like little lines. Kathy, thank you for sharing. Let me get your name down. Pop that in there. So yeah, the glamper, which I affectionately like to call it, it's almost packed, but I have to do some more packing. Right after this, I'm picking up my mother. We're going for pedicures. Oh, okay. Yeah, Darlene, I'm glad you ordered it because it is stunning. Oh, and you know what, girls? I need to tell you, I sent out my newsletter yesterday, I think it was. Stampin' Up is throwing out another surprise for the month of August. So from August 6th until the end of the month, DSP is 15% off. So you're going to order your DSP, you're going to grab your coupon codes that you got for your July shopping and get an additional $6 off. The coupon code thing is now closed. Okay, so we're going to take these and we're going to put those down on our card base, and I'm going to put them down like so, something like that. Okay, but before I do that, let's get this stamped. Now, let's move that because I don't want to wreck that piece of vellum. And let's just put this down just to help with the glare. I want to stamp that using the Changing Leaves. Okay, I did use the Changing Leaves bundle for my card. I'll show you that in a minute. We're going to grab this beautiful big leaf and let's get that on a block, and I'm going to ink this up. I saw on Rachel Tessman, how she colored this. And so the inspiration is coming from her. Now, I did re-ink my Mossy Meadow, so it's really probably juicy. I'm afraid to stamp this. I think I'm just going to lay that down on there and just give it a gentle little press. Doesn't look like the center of my leaves. I like to actually press and twist. Is kind of what I like to do. That looks gorgeous. And I've got a little something right here. Let's get that off. I don't know if you could see that. And it looks like it's a little empty. There we go. Nicely inked. Let's go straight down on this. And then I'm going to decide where I'm going to cut that using my 2 3/8 inch punch. Okay, I'm just holding this down for a moment just so that the ink transfers from the stamp onto the paper. Here's the reveal. There it is. It looks a little empty there, but I'm still okay with that. When I re-inked this, I should look on my floor too. I re-inked this yesterday. I was a hot mess. I was covered in green. It was unbelievable. Okay. Hopefully that is dry. So does anybody have plans for this long weekend? We're going to pop that. Where do I want to cut that? I think I want at least one tip showing. So I want that one showing. Oh, I really like that. And right there. Okay. We're going to color that, but before we do that, I want to put down some of these other circles just so that I can give this a chance to dry a little bit more. If I was using Memento, I would go for it right away, but because I'm not, I want to give it a little chance. Okay, so we're going to just put some liquid glue behind this circle, and I see some green on my finger. We're going to put that about right here. So I kind of eyeballed the distance from here to here, and I'm about right. Okay, so nobody has plans for the long weekend. This little guy here, we're going to do the same thing, just liquid glue, and I'm going to pop that right there. This one here, let's put some dimensionals behind it. And I'm on the scrap end of this one pack. I like to be fairly generous with my dimensionals. I don't want the card falling apart. I always put one in the middle. See how I've got a little green on there. Okay, there we go. I'm just so nervous when I'm working with white. You're watching the Olympics. There you go. Go Canada. Hey, I just want to wipe my fingers. I want to make sure that I don't have any green on my fingers. Bonjour, Lucy. Comment ça va? Okay. I squished a little more on my hands than I wanted, and oh, there's my cloth. There's my cloth. Hi, Connie. Nice to see your name. Nice to see your name. Cheryl, have fun at the lake. We're heading the opposite direction, my dear. Okay, let's put this guy down. I'm just stalling. I want to give this a chance to dry a little. Let's remove that backing. And let's pop that on right about right there. That works. Okay. Now we're going to grab our blends. Okay. So I colored this, or I stamped that with Mossy Meadow. And here I've got Old Olive and Granny Green. Okay. I really want kind of this ombre green effect happening. So let's start with light Granny Apple Green, okay? When you're coloring with the blends, and I know there's a lot of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators that are telling us this, don't color like this, like straight up on it. You want to be coloring on the edge, like you want to be using your the side of the brush tip, not the actual tip. Okay, it looks like I'm using the tip, but I'm not. I am more on the side. We're just getting some Granny Apple Green in here. I'm trying to get this effect where it's quite light on the leaf in comparison to other spots. And then it really gives you this 3D effect. I find it easier when I'm coloring when I get to this edge that it's on the left-hand side, okay? Lucy, thank you for sharing. I will put your name down. So I've got the left side colored. Let's flip this around. So now this empty side is also on the left. I find that I get a better, like a better view of the edge. And Lucy, let's get your name down. So we are making this into a sympathy card, okay? So now let's grab dark Mossy Meadow, and I'm just going to go on the top portion, okay? Not all the way down. This one has not been colored with properly. I can tell while I'm using it that it's been painted on the tips. I've been trying when I do my classes, this sounds really bad, but not to be using blends because they're getting wrecked too much. The brush tips get wrecked. Then let's grab our Granny Apple Green and let's blend that in. And then once that dries, you'll see the effect a little bit more. I'm not the best with blends, but it still doesn't intimidate me, and I still do want to use them, because the more you use it, the better you become with it. Okay. Now, if I take my dark Granny Apple, well, that's the Old Olive. This is the dark Granny Apple Green. Let's add a little bit of that in here. and I'm staying, like I'm not going right to the bottom of my leaf. And now let's grab our light Granny Apple Green again, and let's blend that in. Just see how the leaf is starting to look not just one color. Okay, and let's just get some right up there. Okay. I know, right? Use them like your crayons. It really, it's not easy. I would be lying, and maybe I just don't hold it properly. I've tried actually holding it like this, but that's just really awkward. So it's really hard for me anyway, and maybe for you girls too, to make sure that I'm not on my tip. Okay. Now this guy here, I wanted all of this to really pop, like all of the die cutting. And rather than having just a circle, look how stunning that looks on there. I don't know if you can, I got a lot of white happening here. See how pretty that looks? I am, oh boy, I'm not the best, Cheryl, but I try. Okay, we're gonna use our silicone mat, our vellum back, just to cut that glare. And we're gonna put some liquid glue behind this guy. Copics are the same, so you can ruin your tip fairly easy too, I bet, hey? And I guess there's no way around that with alcohol markers. Now you just want to decide which way you want this going, and I know I want it going, I think I want it going that way. Maybe I want it going this way. I do. The reason being, I've got a little more white down here, and I just want it that way. Okay, there you go. So now on to our sentiment. And for that, I'm going to use the Quiet Reflection. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous stamp set. So on my prototype, I actually used Praying for His Comfort to soften the sadness and bring you peace. Okay. The other one is the other three here, and I'll let you girls choose. God is our refuge and strength, Psalm 46:1. To remember is to give life to those we loved and lost. And this one is not a sympathy card, it would be a friendship card. But the friendship of a pet is one of life's greatest gift. But somehow this doesn't really go with the pet thing. So, and I want my sentiment long and narrow. So I'm not giving you these as the choice, okay? So God is our refuge, or to remember is to give life. Girls, which sentiment would you like? I'm going to go find my my scrap for my sentiment. And I need to make sure, yeah, I need my mini. I think the tip is to not push hard. Yeah. And you know what? I think we, and just like stamping, we have this illusion that if we smash that stamp down onto the ink pad, that we're going to get better coverage. And it's the same thing. Tap, 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 right? So, so just, yeah, be careful, not hard. And I tell myself that all the time too. Okay, we need something a little bit wider. Okay, this is just scrap that I keep behind me in my little bin. I'll show you. Here's my little bin. I can't remember if I got this at Dollar Tree or Dollarama, but I keep, might be easier to show you this way. So it's at an angle, and it's got different compartments in there. So this is just basic white and very vanilla. And that's where I keep my scraps, right behind me. Okay, Connie says, God is our refuge. So that's the one we're going to use. Where is it? Right here. And we're going to stamp that again using, is that going to fit? Yeah, using the Mossy Meadow. And you've probably seen this 1,000 times on other demonstrators. If you put your sentiment down on your block square, the tendency is to try to line it up square. I find it easier, as do others, to pick it up at an angle. And then I'm not trying to go square this way. I'm going square that way. I don't know if that made any sense. Have a go. Oh, okay. Bye. See ya. It's fun. It's fun. Mossy Meadow, already inked, so it's a little bit scary. So you don't want to go down hard. You just want to tap. So I'm just tapping. I'm not pressing in. I'm just tapping. Now, because I'm not using my Stamparatus, I want to make sure that I'm well inked because I have one chance of doing this. I'm just holding it there for a moment, and I'm going to just go straight down. Okay? Have a great day, Connie, and enjoy your weekend. Everybody enjoy your week. So there's our sentiment. God is our refuge and strength. I should have pressed it just gently in the middle, but it still works. And then I am going to, this is the, where did I put my stamp set? So this is the changing leaves, okay? And this is the bundle, and it's gorgeous. So we've got some sentiment panels, and we also have some leaves, okay? And it also works with, and you know what? I did not bring it forward. It's over there. Oh, maybe it's here. No. It's also a hybrid embossing folder, okay? So I will show you, and hopefully it will come through. So these have been die cut with this large one placed on the embossing folder and then run through. Can you see? Let's see if it's going to pick it up. Come on, focus. There it is. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? It's just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Like, this would be really great to die cut. I should have done that. Die cut on Whisper White and the embossing folder, and then colored in with blends. Okay, we're going to grab this one from the changing leaves, and we're going to cut that out like so. So let's get our cut and emboss machine. Almost done here, girls. If you've shared and I don't have your name down, please let me know so that I can add you for the draw. And our sandwich is going to be number 1, number 2, and I like to stagger. And I've got a little piece of tape, which is great because I definitely want you to see what I'm doing. I definitely want to tape that down. So even if that wasn't stamped straight on the paper, it wouldn't have mattered. What matters more is now that we're die cutting, okay? So let's just put a little piece of tape down. Let's grab the other clear one, and I am going to stagger that. So they're kind of staggered like the letter E. Okay. And there it goes. It has caught. and I'm trying so hard. I'm sort of holding the table with my hip because I don't want it to shake while I'm doing this. So this is not as hard as I'm making it look, because I'm just doing it slowly so my table doesn't shake. Look at that hot mess of my plates, and I die cut on the wrong one. I should have die cut on my messed up one. Okay, here we go. I have actually, in the RV, I have packed some black cardstock and some chipboard, because I'm going to be working on albums. If there's like a moment where Dean is watching a movie or reading a book and I don't feel like it. So I brought that to play along. That's my relax for me. So let's pop this back with the changing leaves. It also die cuts open leaves, and it also die cuts this beautiful thing, little ferny things, which I have already die cut using silver foil DSP. Okay, and I will have all that information on my blog. Let's put some dimensions behind that. You know me, I always put dimensions behind my sentiments. Carol, I'm so glad you got the card, and welcome here. I can't remember which card it was, because I send a card out when I do my lives. I send a card out every week. I have been hit and miss with my lives this summer, and that's okay. All right, we're going to put this down. Oh, you know what? I did not need one in the center. Remember how I put dimensionals behind that circle? So let's just get this guy off. Come on, baby. Sorry, guy. I don't need you, but I do need a little dab of glue. Oh, right. Well, I'm glad you got it, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. I want to hide the bottom of this. So rather than being like, I'm over exaggerating, but rather than being up here and having this show down at the bottom, I actually want to cover it. Okay. And so I've got a dimensional on that side. I'm eyeballing square here, and I've got a dimensional on that side. So there we go with that. These had adhesive sheets behind them, and so there it is. One is off. Let's tuck that under. Yeah, let's tuck it under this way, like so. So if you have not shared and you would like to share my video, please let me know. If you have not subscribed, please do so. So there's that backing coming off. And let's tuck this one. I really like that. I don't want to cover that. Let's tuck this one right down here. And you need to go in just a little more, because I don't want you hanging over the edge of the card. Let's get some bling on here. Here are the choices, ladies. Carol, thank you for sharing. This is the Blooming Pearls. So I'm thinking I could do this or this in the Blooming Pearls, or I have not used this one yet. And I like to just cut down the side and slip these out this way. This set here is called Transparent Adhesive Back Dots. So, which one? Blooming Pearls, or I probably use that. Mind you, I could use either green. This looks like Granny Apple Green. Carol, I'm going to scoot your name down while I'm waiting. You like the second ones. You like that one. They're gorgeous. You know how you look at these embellishments in the catalog or online and you're like, meh. But then when you get them, it's like, what? It's totally different. Right-hand side, these ones, okay. That's what we're going to do. Carol. Okay, so, sorry, Blooming Pearls. Not today, another day. We're going to use the adhesive back transparent gems. Next question is, and here we go. If I gently take that out, nope, sometimes they flip when I do this. I try to roll. So let's get that guy, and I think I'm going to use you. Look how stunning that one. Let's use a little one right beside it, about there. And then let's grab, I want to stay in the same color. Like somehow I feel if I grab the light one, it's going to look really funny. And I think I want to put one in here somewhere. So let's just grab, that one was starting to move, a little guy. Right here. I like it right there. So there it is. I am back. I came back about, let me see, I'll tell you exactly. I came back 37 minutes ago. I shut down and started all over. Barb, thank you for sharing. Okay, so here is the card. What do you think? What do you think? So it's just, it's a beautiful sympathy card. It's clean, it's white, and that's what I created. Let's get my little bucket and let's get these beautiful names in there. Regina, Cheryl, Dar, thanks Judy, and thank you for sharing. Lucy, Kathy, Carol, and Barb. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun, Barb. Okay, let's get these names all shaken up. And let's see, drum roll, who is going to win the card today? No, I liked it better the other way. The winner of today's card is Judy. So I am not remembering if I have your address, Judy, but if you would drop me a private message with your address, I will pop this in the mail. Hopefully leave. So, and I do have to go pick up my mother this afternoon, so I will pop it in the mail on my way to pick her up. So Judy, just again, send me a private message with your address. I will get this card off to you, and I hope you enjoy it when you get it. It's not going to be signed or anything, so that you can turn around and re-gift it, okay? Thank you for joining me. Have a blessed rest of your day. Enjoy your long weekend. I know it's a long weekend here in Canada. I'm not sure about elsewhere. I don't know if it is. But anyway, we're almost packed and ready to go, and I'm heading up to continue packing. Thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.